This is Cheyenne Valentine, back today again with a new episode. Today's episode, I want to talk about polygamy. Yes, polygamy. I have wanted to do this video for a while now, and so let's get into it. Okay, the definition of polygamy is the practice or custom of having more than one wife or husband at the same time. Again, polygamy is the practice or custom of having more than one wife or husband at the same time. Okay, so paraphrase: a wife can have multiple husbands, or a husband can have multiple wives. But in this video, we're going to discuss the husband that have multiple wives. Now, let me first say, do I have a problem with polygamy? I don't actually have a problem with it, but I think some things about it is unfair. And I'm going to get in, let me get right into it now. What I think is unfair about polygamy is when the husband has multiple wives and he does not allow them to have either another husband or a boyfriend. I'll repeat this again. What I find unfair about polygamy is when the husband has multiple wives and the wives can only have, let me repeat this again. My problem with polygamy is when a husband has multiple wives and they are not allowed to have a boyfriend or another husband. He's their only penis supply. It's just him. In addition, let's take sex out of it too. I don't think they're allowed to even hang out or engage with another male as far as going on dates and doing things. But as we know, no man is going to keep going on dates with you and nothing's going to come out of it sexually. So, yeah. So even if they did get a boyfriend, quote unquote, not even a boyfriend, even if they got a male who would do things with them, go to the movies, go out to eat, he could be their friend. But most men don't want to just be friends. Most heterosexual men do not just want to be friends with the woman, and even if they are, they probably not gonna be doing all that with her. They just figure I would spend that time with a woman I'm having sex with. So anyway, that probably wouldn't work for them. If they're engaging with another male, he's gonna want sex, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna want it too, because most of these wives are only getting laid by their husband once a week, and sometimes maybe 2 times a week, and I'm gonna get into that next. So now, like I said, a definition is the practice or custom of having more than one wife or husband at the same time. Now, a woman can have more than one husband. Now, I did see a show that talked about this, and it was I forgot what the show was called. It was an episode where it was a woman. She was married and she had a husband and she had a boyfriend. So I guess this would not really be considered polygamy because she wasn't married to both of them. But this is about the closest I could get to polygamy. So she had a husband and she had a boyfriend. What I've noticed though is that she allowed them, if you want to use that word, or they all agree, rather. I don't want to say allowed, because she doesn't have control over them, nor do they have control over her. But they agree that the 2 males in a situation can have a girlfriend. So she had a husband, and then she met this other male. She liked him and she made him her boyfriend. Her boyfriend has another girlfriend. Follow me? And her husband is now currently looking for another girlfriend. Not so he can leave her. He's just gonna, and when I say add on it, they're not gonna move the 2 women. Okay, so the husband and the boyfriend is not gonna move their other girlfriend into the home with their wife. It's just they're just gonna have a girlfriend outside of the home. Now, do I agree with that? It's not I don't care. Like it doesn't bother me. If I met a polygamous family right now where even if it was a husband and multiple wives, or if it was a wife and multiple husbands, I wouldn't feel anything. The only thing that would make me kind of upset is if the wife or husband says to me, oh, for the husband, like for example, the husband might say to me, oh, well, my wives can only be with me. They can't have boyfriends or another husband. Or if the wife was to say to me, oh yeah, my husbands, they can only sleep with me and date me. They can't have other women to have intercourse with or to hang out with. I will have a problem with that because that's not fair. So let me get into why I feel that's not fair. And like I said, I haven't seen a situation where the woman, because I seen, that was one episode. It was another show I seen where a woman had, the other episode was a woman, she had two husbands, and the husbands were having intercourse with each other. So the husbands was bisexual, and in addition to the, so follow me here. It was a woman, right? Okay, a woman, the wife, she had two husbands. No. It was okay. So the closest thing to polygamy I've seen with a woman was where it was a wife. She had a husband and she brought in a boyfriend. In this scenario, the husband and boyfriend, I think she ended up marrying the boyfriend. So she ended up with two husbands. So yeah, that would be polygamy. And then, but the two husbands were having sex with each other and with her. It was just, they was all, the men were bisexual. And I'm pretty sure she probably was too. In addition to the men being able to sleep with each other and with her, they had girlfriends outside of the relationship. So I feel like this, okay, if it works for them and everybody gets to have, this is my thing with polygamy. If one person gets to have more than one partner, everyone should get to have more than one partner. So let's get into, so I noticed with the women, when they have a husband and a boyfriend or two husbands, they all agree that the men can have another girlfriend or whatever, which I feel, okay, that's fair. Now let's get to the men and the multiple wives. This is good because when we talk about polygamy, when we talk about polygamy, usually we're talking about a husband with multiple wives. You don't see as many wives with multiple husbands. Okay, so that's why I'm not going to really talk about the wives with multiple husbands. I want to get more into the husband with multiple wives because there's actually a couple shows on I know one, Sister Wives, and it was another one, I don't know if it's still on, but it was a polygamous family husband he had 5 wives. The Sister Wives show, if you all watched that, I know the husband's named Cody, Playboy Cody. Anyway, side note, why do people call men players if they have more than one wife or more than one girlfriend? And that's like a badge of honor. But ladies, if you were married and you had multiple husbands, you would not be called a player or a playgirl. You would be called something else, like a slut, a whore, nasty. But yet a guy can have multiple wives or multiple girlfriends or just sleep with a lot of different women, and he's given a high five and called a playboy. So yeah, that just a little side note. But anyway, Mr. Cody, he has 4 wives. So this is what I've noticed. The women are only allowed to have intercourse with him, from my understanding, and they cannot have outside boyfriends, or they cannot, have another husband. And I feel this is wrong. Okay, why? Because a man cannot satisfy more than one woman emotionally or sexually, or I was gonna get to financially, but maybe some men can. That's for the rich men. So we're not gonna talk about financially right now. We're just gonna get into sexually and emotionally. First of all, most men, I ain't gonna say most, a lot of men I know cannot even handle one woman emotionally. Women are sometimes our moods go up and down. We need a lot of attention from our mate. Some women can be clingy. Some women aren't clingy. Some women are, you do you, I do me. I don't need to be up under you 24/7. But there's some women that need more attention. And some women moods might go up and down, and they need to be satisfied emotionally. They need for the guy to care about their feelings and spend time with them. Some men cannot even handle one woman in that capacity, okay? Because some men are not as emotional. So how in the world are they handling more than 4 or 5 wives? Like Mr. Cody, he has 4 wives, okay? He's not giving them enough attention. How can I prove it? One of the wives was caught online trying to talk to another guy. Come to find out, she wasn't talking to another guy. She found out she got catfished by a woman. Yes, everyone, she was online cruising for some attention, because that's what it was. She wanted attention, okay, that he wasn't giving her. Mind you, this particular wife wife that did this was his first wife. So can you imagine being this man's first wife and he's adding on more wives? Even if you agreed to it, you might have been okay with it in the beginning. But then as time went on, you got less and less attention, and no new penis was being added. Like, I feel like this, if you're gonna, okay, if I'm married to a guy, if we decided for him to add, him to add on another vagina, we got to add on another man to the group. For each woman he adds on, he's to add another man for me. Okay, because I'm not playing that, because I'm not gonna get as much attention as I did in the beginning. I'm not gonna get as much sex attention. And so let me continue. So she was caught online trying to find attention, love, companionship that she's not getting from her husband, because he got 3 other women to attend to. And she ended up going back and forth with another woman. This person catfished her. I think she's still married to him. I'm not sure. I don't know if she's still married to him or not. But they asked her, the other sister wives asked her, what made you do this? What led you to do this? What you think led her to do this? She was the first wife. She had all his attention. The 3 of you got added on. He cannot satisfy 4 women. Not emotionally nor sexually, and maybe not even financially. He can't do it. Now we're going to add on the kids. Now I'm talking about the kids next, okay? So he can't satisfy all these women emotionally. Okay, that's why the first wife was online trying to find some more penis. Okay, a new penis, because she probably only sleeping with him once a week, and at this point, she's probably don't even want to sleep with him anymore, because they seem to always be arguing or whatever. So then let's talk about sexually. I know men say they need sexual variety. I know they say they want to hop on a different woman every night and all that stuff. But okay, yeah, you're getting satisfied because you're hopping on different vaginas. But what about the women? Are they getting satisfied? Okay, so let's talk about it. So there is another polygamous couple. Sorry, I don't remember the guy's name, but he has 5 wives, and they interviewed him and his wives. He has 5 wives and 24 kids, by the way. I'm gonna get into the kid thing next. Okay, so I mentioned this in another video. One of the wives actually made 5 pillows, 1 for her and the other 4 for the other wives. I said 5 pillows, right? Okay, because it's 5 wives. Okay, so she made 5 pillows. And she drew his face on each pillow. And she gave the pillows to the women. She kept one for herself, and she gave the other pillows to the other 4 wives. And she says, when he cannot be there with you at night, this would be his substitute. This would be, pretend like this is him, okay, the pillow. So basically, he has 5 wives, so he's gonna sleep with, how they do it, they rotate. They have him on a certain day of the week. So let's just say one has a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then maybe 2 of the wives get him twice a week. So then it starts from the beginning, and the wives that had him on Monday and Tuesday now gets him on Saturday and Sunday, and then probably that next week, they might have the wives that have him on Wednesday and Thursday. They get to have him Saturday and Sunday for that next week, so they can get him twice a week. Or they rotate. So most of the time, most of the wives are only getting to sleep with him once a week, and maybe every other week, maybe twice a week. So the max is probably twice a week. They would get to sleep with him. Okay, and that's supposed to satisfy a woman. A man that she's interested in, her husband. And think about it, everyone. Now let's take it a step further. They don't even get to spend time with him alone during the day. When he spends the night over their house, because I think with him, they had their own house. I forgot how this went. They bought a whole, they had all the houses on a cul-de-sac, I think. But think about it. Now, he had 24 kids by 5 women. Now, he also had his own business, and he was in college. This man did not have a lot of time. So think about it. During the day, he's at work. He's at school. When he gets home, he has 4 other wives to pay attention to. He has all these kids to pay attention to. None of the wives are getting his attention during the day. No one's getting his attention during the day. Okay, so when let's pretend like you was part of this, even though I know you wouldn't be, but let's just pretend in an alternate universe you were part of this, right? Let's say the day that you get him, let's say your day is Friday. You have to make the most out of that night. Only thing you can do is just screw. and you don't get any quality time with him. I guess you all just gonna talk and then have sex and then got to get up in the morning. He got to go to work and do all this stuff. Especially he has his own business and then he's in school and he got 4 other wives and 24 kids. I mean, this is ridiculous. Okay. So the women are not only getting not getting laid regularly at all. They're not even getting quality time with him. Now I did remember that he was in school. One of the episodes he was in school and he had a paper that was due, like a 5-page paper. And he had forgot all about it because he does have 5 wives and 24 kids and he has his own business, right? And he's in school. So he had to do an all-nighter to complete his paper for the morning. So the paper was due, I think, Thursday. He stayed up all night Wednesday to get it ready. Wednesday was, let's just say it was Becky's night. It was one of his wives. She was actually pretty. She was very pretty, but she was real quiet. She was very quiet, and he had her Wednesday, and so they did not, from my understanding, even get to have sex. So she waited all week for some penis that she couldn't even get, and he told her, he said, look, I have to complete this paper tonight, and so we can't do anything. He said, I'm going to be downstairs at the kitchen table doing my paper, and he said, you're free to come down any moment and talk to me and sit there, but I gotta get this done. And she just had this really sad look on her face. She just had a look of, I cannot believe I'm a part of this. Like she's very quiet, but she just looked at him. Mind you, she didn't get no penis that night nor any attention at all, and she would have to wait all the way to probably next Wednesday or however the rotation went. But she's not having sex with him more than twice a week. I guarantee you that. Then to make it up to her, he did do a little date, have a little date with her. But I noticed too with these men, particularly these two couples, when they are alone with the wife, which they're rarely alone with any of the wives, but when they are, it just seems awkward. Like I just feel they're not bonding with them correctly, because one man cannot bond with this. It's just give them the amount of attention they need. It's just no way. It's not possible. He's only one person. Now, let me ask you a question, ladies. Can you wait to have intercourse with you? Mind you, when I say wait for intercourse, that means wait to like I said, to have sex with him. You have to wait to spend time with him. You can't be spontaneous. You can't say, "Ooh, let's go do it in the backseat of the car." If your date was Wednesday, you can't hang out with him Thursday night, because that's gonna be Jennifer's night. Then you can't hang out with him Friday night, because that's gonna be Amy's night. You can't say, "Oh, let's go to a concert." You can't have a long time. You can't spend the night. You cannot spend the night at a hotel. You can't say, let's just do it in the backseat of the car and then go watch a movie. Everything has to be planned out. You cannot be spontaneous with your own husband, not even sexually, not even with doing things, okay? So one man cannot satisfy sexually 4 or 5 women. Not to our liking. Maybe you men will be satisfied, but we want. And speaking of that too, the guy who had the 4 wives with 24 kids, they showed him in a room. They were fully clothed. They were just in the bed. They had their clothes on. They were just in the bed. He was talking to one of his wives. Now, she happened to be one of the wives that had she was heavier than the other wives, and she was feeling insecure. And she said to him, she said, I think that you find the other women more attractive than me, and I think that you don't like my body type as much as theirs. And he was like, oh no, honey, that's not true. He said, I love you. I love your body. He said, you see, I still chase you around the room, and I'm always all over you. Like, what would make you think that I like them more than you? I think you're beautiful. And he seemed convincing. But see, I had this conversation with my boyfriend about this, and we laughed about it. It wasn't funny, but basically I believed him. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because think about it, he has different women he can sleep with every night. Not every single, but whatever. He can rotate between 5 women, and who knows, he's probably sleeping with women in addition to them outside the marriage. But let's just pretend like he's being faithful to his 5 wives. Let's just pretend, okay? He has variety, so he might like that she has some weight on her. Okay, that's something different. Then the other night, the other women are slimmer, but they have their own different look or whatever. So for him, he probably don't mind her having a weight on her, because that's not his only woman. See, when a guy has only one woman sexually, he wants her to be perfect physically. He wants her to look like a runway model to keep him from having a wandering eye. I don't know how you're supposed to stop a guy from having a wonder or not, but anyway, yeah, that's what he wants, her to look really, really perfect. But when they have a variety of women, I feel like the women don't all have to be dimes. They would like for them to be dimes. If they could afford all dimes, they would. But with him, I really do think that he doesn't mind her having to wait on her, because he got 4 other women that look different that he can enjoy how they look too. So I feel like he was telling the truth, but she needs to understand, if it was just them two and he didn't have those other women, we're gonna see then would he say he liked how her body looked. I'm just saying, but I think he likes having different looking women, if that makes sense or whatever. But these women seem to me unsatisfied. They seem emotionally void, and they don't seem is happy. But some women who are in one-on-one relationships don't seem happy either. So I don't know. But now, I just don't understand. He cannot satisfy that many women sexually. He simply can't. And so my thing is, how is it not, okay, so why do these men think it's fair that these women only sleep with them? He cannot satisfy emotionally nor sexually that many women. It's no way. I'm not going to wait for my turn. See, what happened? If I ever participate in that, he would have to be filthy rich. I'm not living with the other wives, okay? And I'm going to have multiple boyfriends, and I'm not going to work. That's what's going to happen. Okay, so I could never be part of that. Now, the other women, if this is, look, they are grown. They can do whatever they want to do. I just feel like they need to confront these men and say, look, we need to be able to have a boyfriend other than you. I'm not going to be waiting for penis all week. I'm not gonna wait for penis all week and get it maybe once a week. And like that one young lady who, when she had her day with him Wednesday and he had to do his paper and it was due Thursday, she didn't get no penis that night. So she, like I said, she had to wait all the way to next week. Okay, these women are not even spending any quality time with him. Now let's get to the kids. That one guy had the 5 wives. He had 24 kids, everybody. How can one man physically be there for his 24 kids? And now let me tell you what happened. They asked him to name he got interviewed with his 5 wives. The interviewer asked him, can you name all your kids? He tried to name them from the oldest to the youngest, and he couldn't remember them. He couldn't. He looked at his wives with a shameful look on his face. They looked at him and they had to help him remember. Okay, I feel like this. If you cannot remember your children, you cannot remember their name or their ages, you have too many. Sir, 24 kids? Now let's get to fighting. I mean, like, a lot of these men don't even want to spend time with 1 kid. A lot of these men do not even want to spend time with 2 kids. Not even 3. Okay, 24? How can he truly spend quality time with 24 kids individually or as a group? Like, this is ridiculous. Like, this, oh my God. Now, y'all, I'm getting my blood pressure up. This is just like I said, I don't have a problem with polygamous relationships if everyone gets to have more than one partner, the men and the women. I don't think 5 people should be sharing one person, and then they're not allowed to sleep with other people. Let me jump back to Cody, the one who has the Sister Wives show and the 4 wives. Now, when they asked his first wife why she was online looking for other penis, basically, they said, well, maybe something's wrong or whatever. That let me know, because they said, well, maybe, you know, we want to know what made you do that. And what you mean what made her do it? She's sharing her man with 3 other women. She don't want y'all around. She want to have him to herself. So that let me know that they're not supposed to have a husband or boyfriend outside of the marriage, because why would they ask her, why are you online looking for penis? Hello, he's too busy hanging out with y'all and all the kids that everyone has made. He don't have time for her. She needs more attention and time and penis and all that. What the hell? So my question is, when the women who had multiple, a husband and a boyfriend, or the women who had the 2 husbands, they let their husbands and boyfriends have other women. Not let them, but they all agreed that the men can have other women, all that, and she can have them too, and they can have another girlfriend. My question to these men: why aren't the women allowed to have a boyfriend outside of the marriage or another husband? everyone in a polygamous situation should be able to have more than one sexual partner of the opposite sex, because they might say, oh, well, the women can sleep together. You know, the one guy with the multiple wives, they might say, oh, well, yeah, you can have more than one partner, another woman. No, we're not playing the bisexual thing. No. I'm saying the women should be able to have another penis outside of the marriage. He has 5 women to choose from to try to, or 4, however many they have. He cannot give them all time and attention, nor can he give all his children time and attention. And let's get into the financially. I remember seeing one polygamous family. This is not a joke. The husband came home. It was full of kids, full of wives. The women worked. Yes, everyone. The women were outside of the home. One was a nurse, and then she was trying to compete. I wouldn't say she was trying to compete with the other wives, but she was trying to get pregnant really bad. I don't know why. I mean, I know why. Okay, most women like kids, but it seems like it seems like her motive for getting pregnant was to compete with the other wives, because it seemed like the only thing they had to lean on was just to have another child. Like she was just really fixated on having another child, even though the house is filled with about 100 kids. So, but she had to work. I thought when okay, I'm confused. I thought with polygamous situations, the man had money. He had moolah. He had money. The Benjamins, money, that bag. Okay, to where he could afford multiple wives and multiple children. I did not know that this man would come up to me and say, you could be one of my wives, and I need you to go out here and make this paper and bring it back. I didn't know that. I didn't know that's how they got down. Okay, I wish one would come up to me with that nonsense. I really wish he would. I want him to record my reaction and put it on YouTube. Okay, come to me with that what? I have to work. Hold on. You got 3 other wives. You want to make me number 4. I have to work, and you want me to push out multiple kids to compete with these other women, or just have multiple kids just so I can have somebody to talk to, because you ain't gonna be around. What? And I have to work, and you're not gonna be paying all my bills? Okay, yeah. Record my reaction. Anyway, and so I don't get that part either. How are these men affording these women? I'm thinking these women have to work. So what are these women getting out of it? Now, if they can have another husband or boyfriend, okay, I figure they just, okay, whatever. They just want to be part of it for whatever reason. But if they can have another husband or boyfriend, how would they get, like, I get the guy's motive. I do and I don't. The men are just being a straight hypocrite. Just a straight hypocrite. But the women, I don't get their motive for being a part of this, okay? Because why do you not want another guy to hang out with? Because your husband doesn't have any time for you. And I want to jump back into the kid thing. Another thing they talk about with polygamous families is, you know, the sister wives. These are your sister wives, and you have to have a good relationship with them because you're going to be around them more than your husband, which you are going to be around them more than your husband. I've seen an episode with Cody, and Playboy Cody. They always call men playboys if they have more than one woman. What do they call women who have more than one husband or boyfriend? Anyway, Cody, he was out. They went on a family vacation, whatever, and the women had their kids. Now, I thought with a sister wife, their kids was like your kids. So if I'm a sister wife and one of my sister wives, all the sister wives' kids is my kids too, right? We're all a family. So I should look after their children the way I look after mine, right? Well, when they went on this family vacation, what I noticed was that Cody was debating with one of his wives, and the other wife was kind of ignoring them, and she was just watching her kids, and the other wife was watching her kids, and then the other wife was watching her kids. Get my drift? They really wasn't interacting with the other wife's kids. So I'm confused. I thought we were one big happy family. Look, I don't trust that. I don't trust that the other sister wives would look. Okay, of course a woman is not going to. Okay, let me think about this. Okay, as a woman, yes, the child that you pushed out of your vagina, yes, you're gonna have more of a bond with them, obviously. However, they want to make it seem like it's just one big happy family, and their kids is your kids and one big happy family. I don't believe them, because I seen firsthand those women were not paying attention to the other women's children. They were fixated on their kids. Okay, so if it's all about just you and your kids, you need a man to yourself. Okay, because I thought we were sister wives and y'all. Okay, Another thing too, I watched some series about being a sister wife, and one woman said that when she participated in this situation, and this video's getting too long, let me try to hurry this up, that she was a second wife, and they basically had her doing all the cooking and cleaning and working and all that, and they didn't really have to do much. So you got to kind of watch out for that when they bring in a second wife just to do all the stuff they don't want to do, to be a babysitter and stuff like that. Another thing too, it was another show I saw, and how this worked was, it was a black couple, and they brought in a biracial young lady, and she hadn't had sex with the husband yet, and they told her that they were vegans, and they said that since she wasn't a vegan, she was too acidic, and she had to become alkaline. So they put her on a diet. They said once she becomes more alkaline, then she could have sex with the husband, because they said if she's acidic and he's alkaline, if he has sex with her and then he jumps back and has sex with his wife who's alkaline like him, it would give her a yeast infection, and then also the acidic woman get a yeast infection. I'm like, what the hell? So they had her on a diet. She had to get on a diet before she could even touch the husband. Her two sisters flew out she was already staying at their house. I think she had her own kids and they had kids. Her sisters came out to meet the couple, and one of her sisters she had a twin sister. Her twin sister was not having it, and she said to her, what are you getting out of this? She said, have you had sex with him yet? She said no. So she said, you haven't even had sex with him, so you don't even know if you're compatible sexually. She said, so you're just nothing but a babysitter and a maid right now. And she was so mad when she said that. She also told her sister that she was on a diet, so she said, hold on, I didn't fly out here to watch you eat salads all day. And then she said, look, you will be the second wife, right? She said, you would never be priority. The first wife is going to always be priority. She said, you're never going to get the attention that you want. You're never going to get the attention and the time with him that you want. You will always come second fiddle to his first wife. She says, is this what you want? And I will say that the wife and the soon to be second wife were both very pretty. So it is what it is. But my thing is, even with her, can she have a boyfriend? Like I said, if they want to be polygamous, fine. I don't have a problem with. My problem is that everybody in a polygamous situation should be able to have more than one sexual partner of the opposite sex. I ain't trying to hear that, oh, one man with 5 wives and the wives can sleep with him and sleep with each other. No, we're not doing the Hugh Hefner crap. No, I'm talking about if you have a husband and these women choose to be part of this and they're his wife, why can they not have a boyfriend or a husband? They're being hypocrites. They're being unfair. Okay, one man cannot satisfy multiple women sexually, emotionally. If he don't have a lot of money, he cannot satisfy them financially, and he cannot raise and spend time with 24 children. He cannot raise and be there for multiple children. Okay, not emotionally, not time wise. He cannot give them attention. He cannot. He's not gonna have the time for one-on-one time with them. Okay, so that's my viewpoint on it. I just want to know, why is it when it's one husband and it's multiple wives, why are the women not allowed to have boyfriends or husbands outside the situation? That man cannot satisfy them in any capacity.